صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. Again, inshallah, we need to keep our brothers and sisters in our dua at all times. As we mentioned, the situation is bad in Palestine and many other Muslim countries. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be with them and ease their pain, inshallah, soon. And may Allah give us all shifa and our families and keep us on the straight path. We continue our talk about Surah Yaseen, and last time we were talking about this righteous man whom is not mentioned by name in the Quran, and we mentioned many times in the past the stories in the Quran most of the time do not have the name of the main characters of the story because it doesn't really matter the names of the people. Only prophets' names are mentioned and maybe a few other characters, but not most of the time because the time can change and the people can change, but the haqq and batil will not change, haqq versus batil all the time. So this man, as we mentioned, some books say his name is Yusuf al-Najjar, but really nothing authentic about the name. Keeps trying with his people, and when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions many statements this man made, it shows us that he didn't give up easily. At least sometimes you go and talk to somebody one time, they do not respond in the way that makes you happy, and you say, I tried, I'm done, showing you that he going back and forth with them, even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not tell us how they were answering his points. We mentioned last time, he said, you are worshipping idols besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah wants harm to happen to me, they cannot prevent it from happening. He's trying to make sense, he's trying to be logical with them. And when you keep going, that means they are not responding to him. And the ayah we reached was Inni idhan lafi dhalalin mubin. Idhan, then. Indeed, if I do this, then I will be in clear misguidance. So it seems that his people were trying to convince him to worship idols with them, because that's an answer to some statement. And we said before, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be intelligent when we approach the Quran, which means sometimes there are certain things that are not mentioned, but we can be able to figure them out on our own. When he said, Inni idhan lafi dhalalin mubin, idhan means then, if I do this, then I am in clear misguidance. Do this what? So that means they asked him to do something which is clearly a misguidance. These two words, dalal and mubin, normally do not go well together. Mubin, something clear, and dalal is misguidance. How can you be in a clear misguidance? Sometimes people are misguided and they do not know. They do not know. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might guide them or maybe forgive them on the day of judgment. It's up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They were misguided and they did not know. But of course, some people do not understand this. You have to try to get the knowledge. On the day of judgment, saying to Allah, I did not know, most likely Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not accept that. Why did you not get the knowledge? Especially at our time, it's accessible. In the past, they used to travel from one country to another just to learn one hadith. Today, you just press YouTube and you get all these people telling you everything, right? So basically, but not knowing is not an excuse. But maybe for some people, I mean, you can imagine somebody living in Africa or somewhere, and with all due respect to Africa, but you know, there are some places that are really still living in the Stone Age. They don't know anything about anything. So maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but some people know they are misguided. Dalalin mubin, somebody who is misguided, and they know that they are misguided, and they are happy with this. I'll give you an example. If somebody is traveling from here to, let's say Dallas, and they make a wrong turn somewhere. He does not know that he made the wrong turn, and he keeps going. Nobody stops him and tells him, you made a wrong turn. This is not the same as someone who took a wrong turn on purpose. He found something interesting in that turn, and he decided to keep going that way. This is dalal mubin. He chose this way, and he knows it's wrong. And it seems that still they are not responding to him, so he said, Inni amantu bi rabbikum fasma'un. When you say fasma'un, listen to me, what does that imply? When you say to somebody, listen to me, they're not listening. If they're listening, you won't tell him, listen to me. If I'm listening to you and I'm paying attention and I'm listening, why would you say to me, listen? So when you say to somebody, listen to me, that means they are not listening. Now, subhanAllah, how the Quran is really amazing when it moves from one point to another and you don't notice that something is missing. قِيلَ ادْخُلِ الْجَنَّةِ. Right? After إِنِّي آمَنْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ فَاسْمَعُونَ. What's the next ayah? قِيلَ ادْخُلِ الْجَنَّةِ. It was said, you may enter Jannah. What happened? He was killed. So Allah never tells us about what happened. He tried with his people, all we know, according to the Quran. He tried to make sense, he tried to argue, he tried to describe the situation, and everything, all of a sudden, Allah is telling us, you may enter Jannah. So what happened? How did we move from people, listen to me, I believe in your Lord, inni amantu bi rabbikum, listen to me, and then next ayah, you may enter Jannah. So something happened in between, for sure. First, nobody will be told you may enter Jannah until after they died. Nobody's going to tell you when you are still alive you may enter Jannah. That means he died. How did he die? Mostly they killed him. Mostly they killed him. But why does Allah not tell us that? Doesn't matter. It matters. He died. It doesn't matter how he died. Oh, it doesn't matter how he died. But even the fact that he died is not mentioned. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. For sure he died, of course, that's not a problem. But why is not Allah telling us that he died or how he died? The thing is, for us to learn a lesson, the outcome doesn't matter. Not that the fact he died doesn't matter. I tried my best, people did not believe. And they killed him in the end. That doesn't matter. He's going to go to Jannah. And many people, by the way, they look at this ayah, قِيلَ ادْخُلِ الْجَنَّةِ. When he was told, you may enter Jannah, what did he say? قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون. I wish if my people know. What does he mean by that? So many of the scholars say he still feels bad for them, right? When he was told you may enter Jannah, he was still feeling bad for his people. I wish if my people know that I'm going to go to Jannah and this happy place is waiting for me. I actually look at the ayah in a different way. قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون. I wish if my people know that by killing me they gave me Jannah. I wish if my people know that when they did this to me they thought that they hurt me, but instead they gave me Jannah by killing me. So that does not mean he's feeling bad for them. He's feeling upset because of what they did. You see the point? يا ليت قومي يعلمون. My people came and they killed me and they thought that they hurt me. I wish if they know that because of this I'm going to enter Jannah. So the whole point here is we do our part. And this explains today what's happening in Palestine, for example. People say people are dying, innocent people, unjustly, and this and that. This is the same thing. This is a righteous man. All he did was he told people, listen to the messengers. He tried to argue with them. They ended up. Was he not victorious against them? Isn't he the person of the haqq? And this tells us that sometimes in these situations the people of al-haqq might not be victorious in the dunya. In the early days of Makkah, many companions died before the hijrah. So just because he was killed, that does not mean he lost. And that's why he's saying, يَا لَيْتَ قَوْمِي يَعْلَمُونَ. I wish if my people know that I am victorious. They think they are victorious by killing me. But I am victorious because they gave me Jannah. Makes sense? Or you just want to go on and whatever he says makes sense? The whole thing, he worries about his people in the dunya, but after they kill him, how does he feel? So is he يا ليت قومي يعلمون, I wish if my people know that I am in Jannah, which means I'm happy. They thought they killed me, but I am happy. So I know some people, a lot of mufassirin say, he means by that, I wish if they become like me so they can enter Jannah. That's possible. But I look at it, maybe I'm a negative person or something. Maybe it reflects my personality. I look at it different way. I wish if my people know what they did to me was actually good for me. They gave me Jannah by killing me. But they don't know what they did. They think that after killing me that they are victorious. Just like we said, they think killing 30, 40,000 people in Palestine will give them victory. We ask Allah to accept them in Jannah, those who passed away, inshallah, as shuhada. So, inshallah, before everybody goes asleep, we used to have a teacher in the school. Whenever we get tired of the lecture, we tell him, Jazakallahu khairan, which means we're done. So, yeah, there are some people who do that still. You'll be talking, and then somebody says, Jazakallahu khairan out of nowhere. وإياكم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نستغفرك ونتوب إليك والحمد